In the previous two parts, we noticed how Isagi and Bachira's relationship went completely down the drain, and things aren't really looking good for them. In the last match of the second selection, Rin and Isagi managed to defeat Bachira's team after a tough game. It is now time for them to pick a player. Rin leaves the decision to Isagi, saying he doesn't care who they pick. The atmosphere is tense, and everyone looks at Isagi, waiting for his call. Even though he doesn't like Bachira, he knows he's the best option. Bachira is undoubtedly the strongest player from the other team, and if they are to face the World 5, they need him on their side. Isagi takes a deep breath and says they'll take Bachira. Bachira smiles as he feels a bit of relief, but Isagi quickly cuts him off, telling him not to get cocky or friendly just because he picked him. He made this decision based on merit, not emotion. Despite this, Bachira is still a little happy that he gets to play with his brother again, even if things aren't the same anymore. The next day, it is finally time to face the World 5 team. Isagi and the others can feel the pressure building. The players standing in front of them aren't just strong, they are the best in the world. The whistle blows, and Bachira immediately takes control of the ball. His dribbling is sharper than ever, unpredictable and electric. He weaves past the defenders like a blur and scores a solo goal within seconds. Bro got his own Ankara Messi moment. The entire field goes silent for a moment. The World 5 players are shocked. They weren't expecting such quality from these Blue Lock players. The game continues, and this time, the World 5 take things seriously. Their movements become sharper, their pace faster. But little did they know, Bachira isn't the only good player here. Isagi sends a smooth, accurate ball toward Rin, who finishes it with style. 2-0. The Blue Lock team is in control, and for a brief moment, they believe they can win. That is, until Loki steps in. His aura changes completely. He moves with explosive acceleration, leaving even Isagi frozen. Within minutes, Loki scores 2 goals on his own. Isagi could see him coming, but just couldn't stop him. It's like watching something beyond human. The match grows intense as Isagi refuses to collaborate with Bachira. Their teamwork breaks down, and they end up conceding another goal. Rin is heavily marked by Dada Silva, unable to move freely. Isagi looks around and realizes that the only one who can break through now is Bachira. He carried the ball forward, but Luna stepped in his path. "I know what you'll do here," Luna said confidently. Isagi smirked slightly, then tried to stop me. He suddenly looked up and saw Bachira sprinting down the wing. Without hesitation, he launched a long pass that curved perfectly into Bachira's path. Bachira takes it beautifully, dribbling past Adam before reaching the box. He spots Isagi running in and feints a dribble, passing it back to him. Isagi lofts the ball over the defender for Bachira, who smashes it into the net. The score is now 3-3. Everyone is stunned. Even the World 5 players look impressed. However, in the final moments, their experience is evident. They score 2 more goals and win the match 5-3 easily after they stop playing around. The story proceeds as it is time for the third selection. This is where the players for the match against Japan's U20 team will be chosen. The 7 teams that made it through the second selection now have to form teams of 5 to face a lineup made up of 5 world-class players. It is the final test to determine who truly belongs at the top. After this stage, the remaining 35 players are divided into 3 groups, labeled A, B, and C. Their goal is to prove their individual skills and their ability to coexist with the top 6 Blue Lock players. Those 6 are Rin, Shido, Karasu, Otoya, Bachira, and Nagi. The best 11 players will be chosen from these matches to form the Blue Lock 11 that will challenge Japan's U20 team. This timeline, however, is slightly different from the original one. Bachira is here instead of Yukimiya, and he is the second best player in Blue Lock, right behind Rin. Because of this, he and Rin are placed together to form Team A. Shido and Nagi team up to form Team B, while Karasu and Otoya lead Team C. Isagi knows exactly what he has to do. He chooses Team A without hesitation. He believes that no one understands Rin and Bachira better than he does, and if he can prove that he can coexist with both of them, his chances of making it into the final lineup. The matches begin. The pressure is immense, but Isagi is calm. He knows every little detail about Bachira's game, his dribbling patterns, his sudden bursts of speed, his tendency to cut inside at the last second. But even with all this knowledge, Isagi feels a bit hesitant to rely on him fully. Their history still lingers in his mind. However, this time, Isagi's mindset is different. He has learned that personal feelings don't matter in Blue Lock. His position in the team comes first. Using his vision and positioning, he begins to sync with Bachira again. Their old rhythm slowly returns. In a brilliant display of chemistry, Isagi assists Bachira twice, practically securing his place in the final lineup. Still, Isagi wants to leave his own mark. He doesn't just want to assist. He wants to score. During one play, he and Bachira move together toward the opponent's goal, exchanging quick passes. Everyone expects Isagi to pass again, but he suddenly feints, cuts inside, and shoots the ball between the defender's legs. It hits the back of the net perfectly, a goal that feels like a statement. When the match ends, everyone knows who stood out. The final lineup is announced, and as expected, Isagi's name is there. Ego watches from above with a satisfied smile. He declares that Isagi is the centerpiece of Blue Lock. His chemistry with Rin and Bachira is unmatched, and his ability to read the game makes him irreplaceable. But the announcement doesn't end there. Ego reveals one more surprise: the presence of Sayatoshi in the upcoming match. Ego further adds that Sai has personally requested to play with Shido. It is finally time for the match between Blue Lock and Japan's U20 team. The stadium is filled with fans, and the atmosphere is intense. Every player knows this is the most important game of their lives. Bachira starts as the right winger, Rin plays as the center forward, and Isagi takes the position of attacking midfielder. His job is to control the rhythm of the team and connect Rin and Bachira. At this point, Isagi and Bachira's relationship has improved a lot. They still don't talk outside the field, but on the pitch, their chemistry is perfect. The match begins, and Blue Lock immediately tries to take control. However, Japan U20's defense is strong and organized, making it difficult to break through. For the first few minutes, Blue Lock struggles, but it doesn't take long for Isagi and Bachira to find their flow. Isagi moves toward the box with Bachira beside him. Bachira dribbles past defenders with his quick movements. Just when it looks like he might get stuck, Isagi appears behind him. Bachira backheels the ball to him, and Isagi crosses it toward Nagi. Nagi traps the ball perfectly and scores the first goal. The stadium explodes with cheers. The momentum shifts in Blue Lock's favor. Soon after, Rin gets his chance and scores another goal, making it 2-0. But Sayatoshi isn't someone who stays quiet for long. He keeps creating chances for Sendo, but nothing works. Eventually, he decides to do it himself. Sai cuts through the defense and scores a beautiful goal, making it 2-1. The game becomes faster and more intense. Isagi and Bachira begin to move together again, like they used to. Their connection catches everyone off guard. With a few quick passes, they reach the opponent's goal. Isagi spots Yukimiya open and passes to him. Yukimiya shoots, but the ball hits the post and bounces back toward Bachira. Bachira notices Nagi signaling for a pass, but IQ blocks the route. However, this was a trick. Bachira nutmegs IQ and passes the ball to Isagi, who shoots straight into the net. The score becomes 3-1. The teamwork between Isagi and Bachira leaves everyone speechless. The first half ends with Blue Lock in control, but when the second half starts, Japan's U20 makes a change. Shido comes onto the field, and his impact is immediate. With Sai feeding him perfect passes, they score 2 quick goals, bringing the score to 3-all. The tension rises, but Isagi stays calm. He reads the situation and uses Nagi as bait to pull the defenders away. Then, with perfect timing, he passes the ball to Rin, who scores the 4th goal for Blue Lock. The final whistle blows, and the match ends 4-3. Blue Lock win the game. The crowd cheers louder than ever. Everyone knows who the best player on the field was. It was Isagi Yoichi. He controlled the game, created chances, and guided his team to victory. He proved that he could play alongside Bachira and Rin, and even without them, he could still shine on his own. Do you think Isagi and Bachira will end up joining the same team in the NEL?